Hey everyone, this is Jason Brock, and today I'm going to tell you about the state of coronavirus in Tokyo based on my experience living here. Hey everyone, it's Jason Brock, and welcome to the Jason Brock channel. Today I was asked by my patrons on Patreon to talk about what coronavirus is like here in Tokyo. So I thought I'd share, and hopefully you'll be interested. I'll share some stats. I'll share a little bit of history, brief history about what's happening in Tokyo or what has happened so far with Corona and what it's like now, my experience, some of my friends' experiences, and what might happen later. So if you haven't already, please do subscribe to my channel and like this video and share it. And anyway, let's go on. So I moved to Japan about 3 years ago, here to Tokyo, and I've been here. It's the coronavirus started in January of 2020. Well, that's when we got our first case. So that was I don't know, like 8 months after I moved here, or something like that. And so most of my experience here in Tokyo has been under the influence of the coronavirus. So it's been kind of not as fun as it might usually be because we've been restricted in so many ways. But yeah, when we first got Corona here, Japan decided, well, I don't know what they decided, but they were a little slower in rolling out the vaccine than like the US and some other major, first world countries. I know that's not a proper term probably, but you know what I mean, big economic players. For some reason, Japan just took longer, and there are some reasons for that. I heard like maybe not enough vaccines, maybe not enough doctors in Japan. There were lots of reasons. I was looking into it online, but it seemed like another reason is that Japan didn't have as many cases of corona as quickly or ever as a lot of other major countries. Why, do you ask? I have talked about that before in another video, but just briefly, there's a lot of social distance built into Japanese culture anyway, and mask wearing is pretty darn natural if you don't feel well. So personally, I think that contributed to lower spread, but also the numbers may not be totally accurate the way they test here in Japan. I don't know if as many people are getting tested as a lot of other major countries. So there's a lot of reasons, but anyway, Japan has had corona cases go up and down, up and down. We've had the waves just like wherever you are, I'm sure. We had the first wave and then the Delta wave and then finally the Omicron wave, the one we're in now, which has been the biggest by far. So look at the graph. I'm going to show a graph here. You can see where, it was going slowly, it went up, and then it went down, and everyone was like, oh, feeling better. But then it went up again, and everyone's scared, and more state of emergencies. We went into like 5 or 6 or maybe even 7 state of emergencies so far. But then you see the final peak. It's the big one. That's the Omicron. But fortunately, it seems like we're coming down, like slowly but surely. So we are I think today it's confirmed, or it will be confirmed, that we have one more state of emergency, hopefully the last one. And the one we're in now and the one that's going to be extended right now, probably starting from today, is called a quasi state of emergency, which confused a lot of people. What is a quasi state of emergency? I guess there's actually details about that, exactly what it is, and it's kind of complicated, but I have a link. Well, I found a website called corona.go.jp, which is a Japanese government website. And it tells you exactly what the restrictions are, and they're very detailed, so I don't want to get into all that, but just a brief summary. You're supposed to close by 8 p.m. That's the recommendation, and it seems like most of these things are recommendations, by the way. I don't know how enforceable they are, but if you follow the rules, you could get government assistance. So there's definitely an incentive for businesses to close early. But they want you to close by 8 p.m. If you serve alcohol, stop serving alcohol by 8 p.m. and then close at 9 p.m. These are different options for businesses. And then there's like, you're not supposed to have big gatherings, holding events. You're supposed to go to dinner, like no more than 4 people. I'm not getting this all exactly right. If you want to know all the details, please check the link. But you probably know you can't fly in and out of the country very easily right now. If you can, you're going to be quarantined if they're allowing you to come here. And if you go elsewhere, well, depends where you're going. They have their own rules. But coming to Japan, the quarantine still exists, but I think it's down to like 3 days. Oh, okay. I just verified it. Also on a Japanese government website, the quarantine is currently 3 days at a place designated by the Japanese government. So I'm sure that must be fun if you're coming in to Japan. But it's shorter than it used to be. Yeah, so there's also like these preventative measures they have like little signs. They're called the 3 Cs. And it's like how you can prevent yourself from getting coronavirus or try to prevent spreading it or whatever. Okay, so it's in English. The 3 Cs. Avoid close contact settings. Close. C. Avoid crowded spaces. C. Crowded. Avoid closed spaces. C. Meaning like go places where there's air circulating. You can see the poster here if you're interested. I'm showing you a screenshot. There's like 2 pages to it. Kind of cute. It tells you to wear a mask properly, clean your hands frequently, and aim for the 3 Cs for 0 C. Good idea. Okay, so anyway, that's kind of what we're doing. And now, let's get into personal stories. So I haven't gotten corona as far as I know, but one time I thought I had it. That was only like a month ago because I just felt weird and I'm like, something's going on. Anyway, I go to the doctor. Yeah, I just went to my regular doctor. There are testing centers too, but you can go to your doctor here most of the time, I think, because I went to my clinic, my regular doctor, and I just said, I think I have corona, and they had the testing stuff, and I got my results in 15 minutes, but they put the swab up your nose and they twist it. Ugh. I hated it. It feels so weird. Not like exactly pain, just, what? If you've done it, you know, right? It is not comfortable. But anyway, so I got the test. I didn't have corona, so that was good. But so as far as I know, I haven't had it. But many of my friends have had it through the years. Yes, it's been years with corona now. But yeah, I've known several people who've had it. They had to quarantine, couldn't come out like for a couple of weeks, and depending on the guidelines at that time, because the different states of emergency throughout the years have had their own rules, although basically the same. You quarantine if you get it. But no one, fortunately, it was serious. No one died. It wasn't serious enough to be hospitalized. They just had to stay home and feel like crap for a week or so. But anyway, now that it's getting better here, looking into the future, I think that we might be out of state of emergency. I'm hoping in 2 months, maybe sooner, 1 month. That would be great. That would be great. But the current state of emergency in Tokyo, quasi state of emergency, whatever, who cares? Does that really mean anything? During this quasi state of emergency, it's apparently going to be extended until March 20 something, so almost the end of March. And right now it's March 4th, so it'll be a while more in quarantine or in quasi state of emergency. So I just wanted to let you know what's going on with Corona here. It was requested by my Patreon patrons, my Brock stars. If you want to be one of them and help me decide on videos to do and get the inside scoop on my career, then please join them. The link is below. And please let me know what you think about Corona, how it's being handled where you are. If you're in Japan, what do you think about how Japan is handling it or has handled it? And do you want to come to Japan? When do you want to come? When do you think you can come? Let me know in the comments. I do respond, although sometimes slowly, sometimes very slowly, but I swear I respond to them all. You can ask anyone who's commented. Anyway, please subscribe to my channel, the Jason Brock channel, and like the video, share it if you think someone wants to know about Corona. Blah 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 blah. I'm talking. Thank you so much. Bye.